hyena was caught in an iron trap, screaming, bleeding. A deer stopped. It should have kept walking. The deer had not planned to stop. It was passing through, moving through the dark forest the way it always did, quiet, careful, minding its own path. But then it heard the sound, the screaming, not a growl, not a warning, something that sounded like pain, real pain. The deer slowed. It knew what a hyena was. It knew what hyenas do, but the sound was different tonight. The hyena was not hunting. It was trapped, helpless. The iron jaws closed around its leg, blood on the ground, eyes wide with something the deer had never seen in a hyena, fear, and the deer felt something it had always felt, the pull toward suffering, toward fixing what was broken, toward being the one who helped when no one else would. So it moved closer. It pressed its own legs into the trap mechanism. The metal cut into it. The trap opened. The hyena was free. It looked at the deer for one long moment, said nothing, then disappeared into the trees. The deer stood there, bleeding from its own legs now, watching the darkness where the hyena had gone, feeling something close to peace. It had helped. That was enough. It lay down to rest, and as it rested, the blood spread, slow and dark across the forest floor, a trail the whole forest could read. The hyena read it too, from wherever it had gone, and turned around. It did not hesitate. It did not feel what the deer had felt. It felt something else entirely, hunger. It called to its pack, and led them back through the trees, following the trail of the deer's blood, the blood the deer had spilled saving it. The deer heard them coming, too late to run, too weak to fight, lying where it had chosen to lie, believing it had done something good that night. Psychologists call this the savior trap. It is not a flaw in your character. It is a pattern in your wiring. Some people are built to help. They feel the pull towards suffering the way a compass feels north. They move toward what is broken before they ask whether it is safe, before they ask whether they are wanted, before they ask whether the creature in the trap deserves to be freed. And the ones who set the traps know this, not consciously always, but they know. They know that a certain kind of person will stop, and they make sure they are screaming when that person passes. You have been the deer. Maybe you are thinking of right now, the person who came to you broken, who needed you completely, who said things like, "I don't know what I would do without you," and you felt it, that pull toward being the one who stayed, toward being the one who helped when no one else would. So you opened the trap with your own legs. You gave your time, your energy, your peace. You bled for them, and they left. Not dramatically. They just disappeared into the trees the way the hyena did. And you lay there in the quiet thinking you had done something good until they came back, not alone, with their problems, with their drama, with their pack. And they led all of it straight to you, to the one still bleeding, the one who could not run. The savior trap works because of something true about you, not something broken, something true. You feel other people's pain before you feel your own. You notice when someone is suffering before you notice that helping them might cost you. This is not a weakness. This is one of the rarest things a person can be. But the world does not reward rare things equally. The ones who suffer loudest are not always the ones who suffer most. Sometimes the loudest suffering is a performance, and the best audience for that performance is someone who cannot look away from pain, someone exactly like you. You were not naive. You were targeted. There is a difference. The deer did not stop because it was foolish. It stopped because it was good, and goodness in a dark forest is dangerous, not because goodness is wrong, but because the forest knows what goodness looks like, and some things in the forest have learned to scream for it. You can still be the deer. You can still stop for real suffering. But you need to learn the difference between a trapped animal and a performing one, between someone who needs your legs and someone who just needs your blood. Not every scream in the forest is real, and not every creature that looks trapped is waiting to be saved. Some of them are waiting for you to bleed.